My mother married a man younger than me, so I brought his mother as my date to the wedding. My mother is 54. Her new husband, Griffin, is 23. I'm 27. When she introduced him to me over dinner at a restaurant she couldn't afford 6 months ago, he looked at me, paused, and said, "Wait, are you older than me?" I said, "By 4 years." He laughed nervously. My mother reached across the table and squeezed his hand like she was anchoring him. "Age is just a number," she said. I thought, that number is 31. It started fast and got worse. Within 3 months, Griffin had moved into our family home, the house I grew up in, and started redecorating. My father's study became a gaming room. The kitchen my dad built with his own hands got updated with whatever Griffin saw on TikTok that week. My mother funded everything. She cashed in her retirement account, the one my late father had spent 30 years building to finance Griffin's lifestyle. He didn't work. He created content. His Instagram had 900 followers, most of which were bots. He posted shirtless photos by my mother's pool and captioned them with quotes about hustle. When the engagement happened, I called my mother directly. "Mom, I need you to think about this." She said, "I've never been happier." I said, "You've known him 5 months." She said, "Your father and I dated for 3 years, and he still died. Time doesn't guarantee anything." She had a point, technically. It still felt wrong. The wedding was planned for June. My mother spared no expense. She booked a vineyard venue, hired a live band, ordered a 4-tier cake. When my invitation arrived, I had an idea. I found Griffin's mother on Facebook. Her name was Dottie. She was 57, 3 years older than my mom. She lived 2 towns over. I messaged her. "Hi, Mrs. Landry. This might sound unusual, but my mother is marrying your son, and I'd love to take you to the wedding as my date." Her reply came in 4 minutes. "I've been waiting for someone in that family to have a sense of humor. Pick me up at 5. Dottie was incredible. We met for coffee to plan our entrance. She ordered black coffee and said, "So your mother is marrying my baby boy, and we're going to make them both extremely uncomfortable." I'm in. I asked her if she was okay with Griffin marrying someone her age. She stirred her coffee slowly. "I love my son, but Griffin has been doing this since he graduated. Older women with money. He finds them, charms them, moves in, and lives off them until the money runs out. Your mother is the 4th. She paused. I tried to warn her. She blocked my number. Wedding day. I picked Dottie up at 5. She wore a navy blue dress with pearls and looked absolutely elegant. I wore a suit and opened every door for her. We arrived at the vineyard arm in arm. The moment we walked in, whispers started immediately. My mother was standing near the gift table in her wedding dress when she saw us. Her face went through 3 phases: confusion, recognition, fury. "What is she doing here?" she hissed, pulling me aside. I said, "She's my date." My mother stared at Dottie, who was already charming my uncle at the cocktail table. "You brought his mother?" I said. "You brought my stepfather. We both brought someone unexpected." Griffin spotted Dottie from across the lawn and froze mid-laugh. He walked over fast. "Mom, what are you doing here?" Dottie adjusted her pearls. "Your fiancé's daughter invited me. Beautiful venue. Who's paying for all this?" Griffin's face went red. "That's not funny," Dottie said. "It wasn't meant to be." During the reception, Dottie and I sat at a table near the front. I made sure to mirror everything my mother did with Griffin. When she fed him cake, I offered Dottie a bite of mine. When she danced with him, I danced with Dottie. When my mother kissed Griffin's cheek for photos, I kissed Dottie's hand. The photographer didn't know where to point the camera, but the real moment came during the toasts. My mother's best friend gave a speech about love being timeless. When she finished, I stood up. "I'd also like to say something." The room went quiet. My mother gripped Griffin's arm. "Mom, I love you. I want you to be happy, but I also want you to be safe." I looked at Griffin. "Dottie told me this is the 4th time you've done this. 4 women, same pattern." The room was dead silent. Griffin's jaw clenched. Dottie stood up beside me. She spoke directly to my mother. "I'm sorry to say this at your wedding, but my son has a history of this, and I couldn't live with myself if I didn't tell you. I have bank statements from the last 3 women if you want to see them." My mother looked at Griffin. He looked at the floor. She looked at Dottie. She looked at me. Then she looked at the 4-tier cake my father's retirement had paid for, and something behind her eyes shifted. They annulled the marriage 6 weeks later. My mother hasn't spoken to me since, but last week she called my voicemail and left a message that was just 12 seconds of silence followed by, "Thank you."